Down These Mean Streets, written by Piri Thomas. Piri Thomas was born of Puerto Rican and Cuban parents in New York City in the Spanish Harlem in 1928. Poverty in the ghetto led him to drugs, jet gangs, and criminal activities for which he served 7 years in prison. While in jail, he began his life of rehabilitation using his street and prison experience to turn youths away from lives of crime. Piri, since then, has lectured at schools and universities across the country and is the author of several books, including the prequel of his memoir, Savior, Savior, Hold My Hand, 7 Long Times, Stories of El Barrio, among others. This one, Down These Mean Streets, is his memoir, and recounts the journey of Piri Thomas from adolescence in El Barrio to a lockup in Sing Sing, to the freedom that comes of a self-acceptance, faith, and inner confidence. This memoir is a plunge into deadly consolidations of drugs, street fighting, and armed robbery. Piri goes back in time to see the seas and do the do's and feel the feelings over and over again. Down These Mean Streets exploded out of him in an outpouring of suppressed hearts and angers that had boiled over into an ice-cold rage. Many of those who lived through those desperate years known as the Great Depression of the 1930s struggled to survive the hardships of life in the ghettos of El Barrio, where the invasions of cockroaches and king-size rats always seem to come from other apartments, but never from their own. There was always the pain from the pressure of fear brought about by racism. All of them went through the exploitation that came from a greed and listened to politicians wearing smiles on their faces that were wasted because they did not match what was in their hearts, making promises that never came to be real. Piri always wrote about the conditions of life in El Barrio, where violence roams the streets of the world. Racism is a most sad and terrible part of America's history. When economy goes into a simp, Americans of all colors fall into worse living conditions. Down These Mean Streets was Piri's hope that exposure of such conditions in the ghetto could have led to their improvement. Viva the children of all colors! Y punto!